Right, Jeff, welcome back. How does it feel to be back in first day of pre-season training?
Yeah, it's always nice to come back and meet the new lads and get to see the old boys you ain't seen for a few weeks, and it hasn't been too long, so it's good to get back in and get into the swing of things.
Yeah, you've obviously signed a new deal, your third season at Cheltenham. Looking back on the previous two, 10 goals in the first one, you played nearly every week. Last season, probably not as much as you liked, although it finished at Wembley. So, what's the aim for this season?
On a whole, I mean, as a team, I think we've got to look to go one better than last year and try and go up. We proved last year that we could do it. Okay, we lost a few players, but I think the gaffer's going to bring a few more in, and we all know he's good with his recruitment. So there's no reason why we can't really push for the automatic this year. On a personal note, obviously, I want to try and start a few more games than I did last year, but I carry on how I was at the end of last season, and hopefully that will happen.
Yeah, were there times before you got recalled where you're wondering whether you had a future, and then suddenly to play at Wembley, were there times where you wonder whether that might be it for you at Cheltenham?
Yeah, I think it always crosses your mind, kind of out of favour, at times not even in the squad, which was hard to take at times, as I said before, but that's football, and Gaffer done what he thought was right at the time, and we've got no hard feelings with that, and you always kind of think, will I get offered something, but I'm confident in my ability, and it paid off, and obviously I'm here for another year now, which I'm happy with.
Yeah, have you obviously had a bit of a break with the family, but have you been working hard as well during the summer?
Yeah, I mean, you do tick over, but at the same time you've had a 9-10 month hard season, and you're training every day, so sometimes it is nice to have that kind of 3-4 weeks off and just chill out and do what you kind of can't do through the season, if you know what I mean. So you tick over, but you don't go too mad because you want to come back fresh and ready for a long season. Yeah,
at the moment you and Darryl Duffy are the only two strikers. I'm sure there'll be more coming in, but Darryl's not actually somebody you played with much last season, is he? Because of the shape of the team and the way that the system worked. You probably didn't play up front with him that much.
No, not too much. I think when we did play, we done pretty well. Scored a few goals, and but yeah, as you said, the gaffer went for a different formation that worked really well for us. So whether he do that this season, who knows? But I mean, we all get on really well, and whoever comes in, I'm sure will be the same. And you're vying for that start, whether it's in a 1 or a 2. And I mean, we've got pre-season to prove what we can do, and hopefully get a start against Dagenham.
Yeah, there's some decent clubs come down from League One, and the teams that come up have also got a bit of spending power. So you're expecting it to be tougher than League Two than it was last year?
I think you get that kind of every year. I mean, you look at the teams that come down, and they're all kind of big names, or there's a few big names in there, and there's always the teams that come up from the conference that seem to have pots of gold and spend silly money, but sometimes that doesn't always buy them success. So yeah, it's going to be tough. I think every season's tough. I think you've got to have a consistent season more than anything, and I'm sure we will do that.
Yeah, as soon as the playoff finals out the way, there were teams rumoured to be interested in you, including teams from League One. But did you have some decisions to make over the summer?
Yeah, I mean, there's always paper talk, and after you do quite well in a game like that, there's always going to be rumours flying around. But I mean, I spoke to a few people, but as I said before, I'm comfortable here. I enjoy being here. Obviously, get on well with the boys and the gaffer and that, and it was an easy decision really. But yeah, there's always people they're interested in you, and you've got to kind of look what's best for you. But at the time, I felt it was best to come back here and give it another go.
Yeah, we've spoken about it before. You've been involved in teams that have done well in this league, including Bournemouth. You went up, and Cheltenham, you just missed out. But you haven't actually had the chance to go out and play at that high level yet, have you?
No. I was thinking that the other day. I mean, I've had a season where we had the big 30-point deduction, and we got out of that, which was brilliant. Then we went up the next season, which was brilliant, and then obviously last year we got to the playoff final, and we was unlucky. And but I feel that I've got something to kind of still achieve. I feel a bit not down on it, but it's I don't feel like I've really fulfilled what I've wanted to do in football yet. So hopefully they can do that this season.
Yeah, every year Cheltenham are usually relegation favourites, but surely after last year, a few people will give you a chance. Do you think there might be a bit more expectation around the place this season?
Yeah, I mean, last year was a bit of a joke that we were that odds, but that's fair enough. And whoever puts it on there, they've obviously got their opinions. But within the camp, we knew last season that we had a good chance, and same again this year. To be honest, I don't mind it if people write us off, kind of creep up on people and show them that kind of way. But sometimes if with the big clubs coming up and the ones with the money, they're the favourites and they're under a lot of pressure straight away. So sometimes it's not too bad being kind of not so much the underdogs, but that lower expectation at times is good for the players.
Yeah, in terms of style of play, Ben Burgess obviously came in for the option of going long when needed to, but do you think you fit in with the sort of the passing philosophy that Mark Yates has tried to install over the last couple of years?
Do you
think
myself?
Yeah, do you think that you could be a big part of that yourself?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I mean, as we said, last year was I wouldn't say it was a difficult one for me, but it didn't quite work out probably how I would have imagined it. But no, I mean, I think everyone knows that I like to get the ball down and play, and that's probably when I'm at my best, trying to make things happen. But hopefully I've learned. I've got obviously another year under my belt now in Football League, and hopefully I can put that out on the pitch and that little bit more experience and learning off of people like Ben, because he come in and done brilliantly. I can learn off people like that, and hopefully that put me in good stead for the season.
Goal target? Did you set yourself one?
More than last year.
Set off for that. Yeah. 20 goals in promotion would be nice for me.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to say a big number and go 30, 40. That's ridiculous. But no, I mean, if I can add goals to my game, I think I'll have a good season.
Yeah.